The moment we've all been waiting for is finally here and begins today. The official launch and trading of Ethereum spot ETFs. What kind of impact are we going to see in the market? What is ADA going to do in terms of price? I want to talk about kind of my expectations for the day because there's actually a lot of things that are taking place right now. So we know that ADA has been, just sideways trading, chopping. We fell down into the 42-cent range. We actually tested our support around this 20 and 50-day moving averages. Not surprising, like I talked about, we're kind of getting compressed between these two moving averages and finding out our direction. And unfortunately, BTC set a little bit of a direction for us last night. We got rejected at this resistance up here at about 68.3, like I was talking about, 68.4. And it's possible, guys, that we may fall down to the bottom of this trend. Now, obviously, this is not a guarantee. This is not financial advice. I'm not expecting that to happen. But really what caused us to do this and why the market is showing a little bit of red today is Mt. Gox was making some moves last night. So you guys can actually see that Mt. Gox moved about $2.5 billion worth of BTC to a new wall last night. All right. And this says Mt. Gox cold wall. I'm not sure if this is still custody of theirs, if this is a distribution, but you guys can see that the amount that they have here is in fact dropping. So they're going through and they're executing this on, unfortunately, what is supposed to be a good day for the crypto market. So we're going to have to now wait and see how the market is going to absorb this data. Do we have enough still oomph to get over the hump today, to create some further excitement and send prices to the upside? Now remember, excuse me. Now remember, there are 9 of these entities that are going to be trading these spot ETFs. So you have 21 shares, Franklin Templeton, Bitwise, Fidelity, Invesco. You also have BlackRock, VanEck, and then Grayscale has 2 funds that are going to be spot ETF products as well. And this actually made me a little nervous yesterday because I saw Grayscale move about $1 billion out of their Ethereum fund. And what they're doing is they're actually creating a mini trust. And what this plans to do is actually waive fees for the first 6 months, which is kind of interesting, or $2 billion in assets, whichever comes first. So it sounds like they are planning on doing some accumulating. And I know people had questions about this, right? Is Grayscale going to be dumping the way that they were right at the launch of Bitcoin spot ETFs? And frankly, the answer looks like no. It doesn't look like they have that same plan. We'll see if that continues to stay that way, right? But if everyone remembers, this is what the initial launch and trading looked like for Ethereum or for Bitcoin spot ETFs. We had Grayscale from day one, dumping. It got really bad for a very long period of time. And now it's gone down to basically nothing. It's possible that all of their creditors and things, entities like that needed to be paid had been paid. It looks like the redistribution has been completed. And frankly, we know their fees were extremely high on their Bitcoin spot ETFs. That's not the case on their Ethereum ones. You guys can see that their fees are actually extremely low. They're more competitive with the market. So do I expect to see this huge Grayscale dumping? No, I don't. And now, here's the thing. We saw at that time, very first day, for example, $750 million worth of net inflows when it came to these Bitcoin spot ETFs. Am I expecting that out of Ethereum spot ETFs? No, I'm not expecting even close to that. Not to begin with, at least. I'm expecting something more in line with what we're seeing from like the Hong Kong spot ETFs, maybe tens of millions of dollars to begin with. Maybe I'm wrong completely. This, again, hasn't been done before. We don't know what to expect overall from a market standpoint. Because of that, I haven't really done a lot of buying and selling this last week. I bought some dips as we experienced those. But frankly, I've just been doing actually a little margin trading. So obviously, this is Margex. I've talked to you guys about it before. There's a link in the description below if you want to check it out. There's no KYC. There's deposit bonuses. There's trading bonuses. I've actually managed to turn just a couple $100. That's what I got down to, into $3,500 in a very short period of time. Now, obviously, this is not financial advice. You guys, margin is obviously risky. If you know what you're doing, it's a great opportunity to obviously capitalize on movements in the market. And you guys can see that right now. For example, the ADA is dropping. But that's why we need to just temper our expectations when we get to today. This should snowball into something very big. Today may not be the day where we're just sending as a market. Okay. Remember what happened when Bitcoin spot ETFs launched. We saw a big drop in the crypto market. In fact, we saw this run up right to basically January 11th and then a subsequent drop off. I don't think we're going to get this same drop because, again, we don't have this massive selling taking place. Same thing for ADA. That was a very, very big period of cool down. ADA was actually already in a downtrend and it just made the downtrend even worse. But we know what follows this: excitement, buying. This is what I expect more from a long-term standpoint when it comes to ADA. And I've had people ask me, what do I mean long-term? In this, I'm talking about just the weeks following here. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time to digest this news. It takes a little bit of time to digest what institutional money's plan is. Today will be a nice kickstart to this next portion of crypto. So I appreciate you guys as always. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below, but have a great day. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.